Carnelia, Chapter 1. The Imperial Chronicle. I stood there, upright in front of the revolving door, scuffing the heels of my boots against the ground. Pulling slightly on the collar of my trench coat, I dropped my chin and gazed at my partial reflection in the curved glass. Aside from my short-cropped hair, I wore a modest-looking double-breasted leather raincoat and a pair of special-order steel-reinforced boots, both of which at first glance appear to be the most common of common apparel. Yet they were, in fact, much more than the naked eye could detect. My ordinary, average appearance, it was of just as much importance today as it had been on any other day in times past. Not far off, the sound of footfalls echoed rhythmically like the steady beat of a pendulum swinging back and forth, as the throngs of those coming and going moved quickly along the cobblestone avenue, enveloped and tinged silver by the morning mist. At times, the calling voice of a street peddler disrupted the steady flow, but as soon as the hawking cry faded away, it would resume its course. Each morning that I found myself setting foot in the Imperial City, I also found my surroundings to be unchanged and stained by the same somber tone of gray. Snatching up a magazine from the underarm of a street vendor, I tossed a few mira into the left hand poised expectantly behind his back. The Imperial Chronicle. The magazine I read so often that even the ink bleeds were familiar. Roughly flipping over its cover, I scanned the headlines along the top of its monochrome pages. Then suddenly, my breath caught in my throat. At the very bottom of the local news page, I found those letters, that sequence of characters which I had not heard nor seen since the time of that life-changing incident. My eyes instantly gravitated to the spot, and for a time remained fixated. Ein Selnot. The very meaning of those letters became lost to my senses as I stood motionless, my gaze fixed on the same line of text, until it all seemed to coalesce into a single blotch of ink. After a few seconds of blank comprehension, my vision settled, and I wrenched my eyes to the beginning of the article. As I began to read, my memories verged on a single point in my past, and then slowly started to run in reverse, heading for that fateful event 3 years prior, when this name was first introduced to me. It was on an afternoon all those years ago, on a day not unlike this one, where the capital was overshadowed by its typical gloomy aura. I was a little younger than now, a 22-year-old boy who stood silently in front of the boutique door as usual, double-checking his appearance before lightly treading over to Mick's Imperial factory. It was on this day that it had been arranged for me to receive a new job from Mick, the shop owner himself. Although he was a drab middle-aged man, I, being the Ormond enthusiast I was, had found myself as one of his few regular customers. I headed down a dank alleyway, and after passing through a partially rotted wooden gate, I could see the soft glow of the flickering orbital light just outside the entrance of the factory, whose structure was halfway below street level. I first began receiving jobs from Mick about the time when dissension began to occur in society over the 100 Days' War. It was during this period that relations between the Liberal Kingdom and the Empire were at their worst, and the importation of ordnance had become almost non-existent. Conspiring with underground elements and planning a smuggling operation, Mick made me out to be his accomplice in crime. For the job which I received by his hand was none other than that of the courier. Being nothing more than a commoner in my teens at the time I met him, and a juvie devoid of any connections in life besides, I naturally jumped at the opportunity without a moment's hesitation. Yet, even after relations with Liberal had returned to some degree of normalcy, I realized I was in no mood to give up my specialty, which focused mainly on the delivery of stolen goods. The reason being, there was no job out there which could bring in the kind of mirror this one did. With an unrefined and inconspicuous appearance I had countless times before, hidden items of various sorts in my hat and trousers, and made my way hither and thither between the borders of these neighboring nations. And though to my delight my wallet had become increasingly laden with a bounty of monetary rewards, I had routinely changed my alias as a precautionary measure. So much, in fact, that these false names had built up into quite a list over the last few years. I had been known as Phil the Frivolous, Rooney the Trickster, and even Chris the Coward. However, Mick had always called me by one name, Toby. This was the identity I had used for my initial job, and the one I liked above all the others. Hello everyone, and welcome back to more The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. Last time, Cassius Bright left. Again. And this time, we are taking up some of his work. But before we do, we have NPCs to talk to, because why wouldn't we? Phew, this job here is done. The wind sure is calm today. A perfect day for air travel, if you ask me. We're making a good start today. For now, I'd probably rate that girl an 83. Huh? Your father was on that airliner that just left, right? Is he off on business again? That guy is seriously one busy man.
Look, let up a little. Feels like all I can do is run away.
I am Cassius Bright! Turn and fight, you cowardly monsters!
Luke's been like that since this morning. Boys are so simple-minded. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me.
Why am I like this?
Unbelievable. I came all the way here just to find that I wasted all this time for nothing.
I can't find any buyers, and the shops are bigger cheapskates than I thought they'd be.
I guess it's safe to say the backwater places will always be backwater places.
This lady is really making me angry.
Huh? And who are you supposed to be?
Then again, I really don't care who you are. I'll give you a deal, so how about you buy something?
What?
Will one of these wood carvings work for you? You won't find fine workmanship like this outside the Calvard Republic. Calvard? Sounds familiar. Is that some famous store or something? The Calvard Republic is the country to the east of the Lorbrel Kingdom. I knew that. So Calvard made folk craft items are what you're selling, huh? I'm sure you'd find a lot more people willing to take them off your hands if you went to the Royal City.
You think so? I really thought someplace in the boonies like this one would be a taker on these, but maybe I was wrong.
Danger! Danger! Anger meter rising!
Oh well, I guess I'll try heading to Grancel sooner rather than later. Then again, what is my son Charles up to? Just when I thought I could get some help out of him, he up and wanders off. Hey, where did Cassius take off to?
He's gone away on business and won't be back for a while.
Is that so? Cassius was the one who I was most focused on. That's too bad.
Claire.
I think that even if Cassius dressed in normal attire, he'd still shine as an adult male. By changing his style, he'd express himself as a characteristic beau aside from the typical Joe. There's no doubt he'd be popular on a whole new level, too.
Claire? How old are you again? She's a precocious one, isn't she? Crap, I wonder where the darn thing went. I've checked every place I could think of. It looks like the Lin just arrived at the landing port. I'm sure the products I ordered from Bose have come, so I've got to go pick them up. What's the deal with everything being in short supply around here? Damn it! Somehow I'm going to have to dig up a grade A product before I head to my next business deal.
Renon's a hard worker and a good son, but as a parent I'd like him to take a wife and set my mind at ease.
Hey there. How are our first year bracers doing? So Cassius is going to be out for a while, huh?
Yes, we just saw him off at the landing port. You sure managed to hear about it rather quickly, though.
Haha, well, back in the day, Cassius used to leave Estelle with us while he was away. But after you came here, he started having you keep an eye on things.
I didn't know that.
Estelle gets surprisingly lonely when no one is around. Whenever we had her over, she was as quiet as a cat among strangers.
Ah, don't say stuff like that. I am not.
After about 2 or 3 days here, though, she'd eat, sleep, and play like it was her own house.
I can imagine that. Well, how are you two doing lately? Cassius is going to be gone for a while, right? Yeah, that's right. If you need anything, please know you're welcome to come ask for help. We're not strangers or new acquaintances, you know? Don't hesitate if you need anything, or I'll be really angry. Thanks for the reminder. While I'm here, I should probably buy something. How much mirror do I have? 1,800. What can I buy with that money? Let's see. I can buy upgrades and weapons for both Estelle and Joshua. Put the pile rod on Estelle and the kunai on Joshua. And then we can sell those, and then we can sell our former items. And I'll take a silver earring and a white bracelet. The silver earring prevents poison, and the white bracelet prevents blind. I think I'll put the silver earring on Estelle and the white bracelet on Joshua. Okay, got it.
Is that you, Estelle and Joshua? Could you not bother me while I'm working? But I guess you're old enough that I don't have to tell you that, huh? And your bracers, too. Now that's something else. I've changed my mind about you kids.
It looks like the airliner bound for the Royal City from Bose arrived. But since we've got nothing coming in, we'll be able to focus on work here in the shop. Speaking of the shop, what can I do here at the moment? We have more quartz to attain. We got impede 1, blind, cast 1, EP cut 1, EP 1, and hit 1. So far, the only one we can afford at the moment is hit 1, so let's get it. And as for slots, we can't do shit about slots. Okay. Even though she's just being facetious, she's still completely right about Roland's resources. She has a very good eye for all kinds of commodities. Well, we certainly were lucky this time. Who'd have thought they'd discover a new lode while we were here discussing business? Coming here was much better than listening to the worthless talk of merchants from the Empire. Right, Simon? So you've finally taken your first step as bracers, huh? Your names are already being mentioned among the customers. Really? Roland may be in the country, but we've got some famous people here like Cassius and Shara. Now, I just wonder how you're going to break into the big leagues. Oh, come on, Alyssa. Please don't put so much pressure on me. Hi, stepping behind the counter to talk to you again because that was always allowed. The chef suddenly said something about changing his supplier. I wonder what's going on. The vegetables from the Purcell farm haven't come in as scheduled. I wonder what could have happened. We received a message from the Prezell farm saying they wouldn't be able to ship vegetables for a while. I wonder what could have happened up at the farm. I guess I'll have to make immediate arrangements with another supplier.
Let's see. How would I get to work on my inspections and maintenance? This tower is a symbol of Roland, its history, and it is my pride and joy.
Things have just settled down here at the front desk. We get a lot of guests coming in and out of here when the airliners are landing and departing.
Let's see. First, I'll need to make an appointment with the mayor.
Ooh, couple NPCs here. We're on a pilgrimage to see chapels from each region of this beautiful kingdom. The airliner just arrived in Roland. Yes, yes, yes. I came along with my husband fully intending to shop till I drop. The air in Roland is so fresh, and the city itself is peaceful and calming.
Estelle and Joshua, I heard that you both joined the guild. I am sure that aside from your aspirations and expectations that there is some tension and anxiety. I sense that Estelle has a different kind of anxiety.
Huh? I think you must be mistaken.
The absence of a parent would cause anyone to feel uncertain. However, we as humans have the strength to overcome such adversity. Think of these trials as a gift from the goddess, and work hard to overcome them.
I'll try. Please bless the mayor and his wife so that they may live in good health. Aren't you Estelle? I've heard many things about you from Father Divine. Like what kinds of things? Oh, just stories about when you were in Sunday school and such.
It seems you were an expert at sleeping in class, being late, skipping school, and generally just causing trouble.
But despite all these things, it looks like Father Divine was quite fond of you as a student. You really think so? Yesterday, my husband, Pat, and I managed to hold a conversation together. My husband gave Pat a good scolding, and, well, Pat's always been a reasonable child, so he saw the error of his ways. I wonder if it was a great opportunity for all of us.
I was shocked when I heard the news that Pat had gone to the Ismelis Tower. He's an obedient kid, but like any child, it seems he has a strong sense of curiosity. It's not a bad thing, but I sure scolded him something fierce over it this time.
Luke took off today in a big rush. I wonder if he's really learned his lesson from last time.
I was just thinking about this as I was out shopping, but it seems like there are a lot less quality vegetables now than there used to be. I wonder if it was just my imagination.
If my lower back hadn't given me all this trouble, I'd still be working in the forest. It's too bad that my body aches as bad as it does at this age. I still want to get out there and work. I feel a bit insecure about my daughter's husband working out there alone.
I'm gonna start going to Sunday school soon. I wonder if school is fun.
My husband who manages the mine works so hard, so I need to work hard too. When I think about things in this way, strangely I don't feel lonely that we're apart. I guess this is just another way of showing each other our love.
Have you ever heard anything from your father about when he was in the military?
No. He almost never talks about anything before he became a bracer. Although, he's often told me about my mom. How about you, Joshua? Have you heard anything from Dad?
No, that goes for me as well. Even if I ask, he always finds some way to evade the subject.
Yeah, he does that, doesn't he?
I see. At any rate, Liberl is at peace. And there's nothing I want more than to have Uni live in a time of peace.
Our son is working as a teacher at the Genis Royal Academy. The house has felt quite spacious since he left. But it's at times like these when I feel a little lonely.
I heard that a new lode was discovered at the Malga mine to the north of here, and it seems that it's a pretty promising deposit as well. This is definitely good news for the mine.
And that's all the NPCs. Let's go to the guild now. It seems as though your father is going to be gone on business for a while. The second you think my dad's been home for a bit, he strolls right back out the door. I wonder if he's really working sometimes. Cassius is in every way the veteran member of the Roland branch. It seems like until recently, Cassius was handling all the important requests single-handedly. Really? Yep. It seems like he only just started leaving some of these jobs up to Shara. Looks like he gets a lot of direct requests from other branches as well. That's why he's gone so often. I had no idea. Well, he's the type of person that never talks about work while he's at home. Yeah, whenever he's at home, he just seems like a no-good middle-aged man. Anyway, let's talk to Ina. Oh, good morning, Estelle and Joshua. Has your father already left? Yep, just barely. That's why we came here to find out about the jobs he left for us. Sure. There are a total of 3 jobs I have lined up for you. For the first one, I'd like you to head out to the farm west of here. The farm west of here? Isn't that where Tio lives? Tio? I seem to have heard that name somewhere before. Tio Purcell. She was one of our classmates at Sunday school. She's also the Purcell farm owner's daughter. Oh, really? It's actually the Purcell farm that put in a request to have someone exterminate some monsters. Are they really having problems like that? Fortunately, nobody has been hurt, but the owner and his family are upset over their fields being destroyed by the creatures. Therefore, the guild received an extermination request. I never would have expected something like that to happen. Okay, we'll head out there right now. Here, take this with you. We received a guild referral! This document certifies that you were dispatched by the guild. Please give it to the owner of the farm. We already know Tio's father pretty well, so I don't think this is necessary. But we'll take it just in case. Okay, so before we head to the Purcell farm, there are a few things I want to get done. First of all, a whole bunch of new areas are open to us now, which means we can go to the farthest reaches of the Roland region and talk to the NPCs there. Secondly, quests. Side quests. Yes, throughout the game, there will be side quests. Complete them, and you earn rewards. Mainly BP, but there can be rewards such as money as well. So we got 2 quests at the moment. Find the Shiny Rock, which has a long term, and Milch Main Road Monster, which also has a long term. Find the Shiny Rock. Client Charles. Pay laughably small. Difficulty easy. I'd like someone to find my Shiny Rock. Please speak to me directly for details. I think I might have dropped it behind the Melder's Orbital Factory. And as for Milch Main Road Monster, a ferocious monster known as a pine plant has been spotted roving the Milch Main Road. Bracers from this branch are requested to deal with this threat immediately. And there we go! Let's take care of those quests now, shall we? Hello, child. This is really weird. Where could it have gone? Oh, excuse me, but can I ask you something? You didn't see a shiny rock around here anywhere, did you? Huh? Shiny rock. Yeah, that's right. One that sparkles. You didn't see a rock like that lying around anywhere, did you? Are you saying you lost something? I don't recall seeing anything like that. Do you know where you might have dropped it? My mom was calling for me, so I ran over to the general goods store where she was.
I know I had it in my hand at the time, but when I came back here, it was gone.
When you say general goods store, you mean Mr. Rinon's store, right? Did you look in front of his store?
Obviously, that's the first place I looked. You don't need to treat me like a kid, you know.
My, aren't you a charmer?
Well, I already asked the Bracer Guild to help find it, so I'm sure it'll show up sooner or later. If you do happen to come across it, give me a holler straight away. I'll probably be around.
Alrighty, let's find the thing. And where do we have to look now? Well, right here. Huh? What's the matter? I wonder what that is. There's something shining down there through the sewer grate. You're right. It looks like something must have fallen through. The sewers. Don't tell me you forgot about the sewers already. You know, that smelly, monster-infested place we were in not that long ago? Oh right, those sewers! We went there during our practical training, right? The entrance to the sewers should be just behind the chapel. If you're so interested in what's down there, then how about we check it out a little later? Sure, let's do that. Or, we could check it out right now. And here we are back in the sewers. There we go. Ambush. Killed it in one hit, didn't even use an art. Oh. Oh god. And there we go. Found quartz fragment. I see now. The thing we saw shining through the sewer grate was this. Seems like it. Quartz fragment, huh? Now we know why it was shining so much. The way it sparkles is so beautiful. This is made of septium too, right? Loosely speaking, yes. But let's talk about it later. This isn't really the place to have a leisurely chat. Guess you're right. No normal person will want to stay here any longer than they had to. We're back, child. Hey, is that rock? Could it be that this is the rock you've been looking for? Handed over quartz fragment. Yep, this is the one, my shiny rock. Why is it all dirty like this? Hey, don't you have something else to say before you complain? You guys are bracers, right? I've already paid your money to the guild. Therefore, I think I have the right to complain. That's not the problem here. Calm down, Estelle. He's just a kid. I know that, but... This quartz is what you were looking for, right? Yeah, that's the one. This rock is really quartz? You mean the same kind of quartz that's in an orbment? Yep, it's the same kind of quartz, made from sepith. It's chipped so it doesn't function anymore. I see. So this rock belonged to an orbment. What's wrong? You seem a bit out of it. Who? Me? Oh, it's nothing. I'm glad you found it. Guess that's about it then. Oh, that reminds me. I almost forgot. Here, take these. Received 5 drill meatballs. My mom gives me these and tells me they're healthy, but they're kind of bitter, so I can't stand them. Anyway, I appreciate what you did for me today. Seriously, what a cheeky little kid. I'm sure it's a difficult age for him. But I wonder why he was searching for that quartz. What do you mean? Now that you mention it, it does seem a little strange. But oh well. Everyone has something they think is important. Truer words couldn't be spoken. Perhaps that kid has an interest in ornaments. I, for one, don't see what's so interesting about those overly complex gadgets. My brain goes numb just thinking about them. Except for the fact that you'll have to get used to him sooner or later. You won't be able to fulfill your job as a bracer if you can't use that. Alright. I'll try and learn. Quest, find the shiny rock completed. Except we're not done yet. We have to report. Reported results for find the shiny rock. We got BP and a laughably small amount of Mira. Good work. It seems you completed your objective without any trouble. If you finish any other jobs, please come back and report again. That we will. We will go... Now we will go and do the monster extermination quest. So, the entrance to the Milch Main Road, the place where our extermination target is this way. And it has a couple new monsters, like this guy. Ow. All right, there we go. Strange, that monster's actually, that monster was, I could have sworn that monster was tougher when I first played this game. Maybe I could just be getting far too good at the game. Goodbye. Bye. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is find chests around here. Because I know there are chests in this general area. I know there are goodies to be found. Oh, God. There's a surprise attack. Whoopee! Luckily, running is guaranteed in this game. So we don't need to worry about that. Anyway, I think this may be a monster chest. So... Yup, called it. Monsters appeared. And there we go. Crap. Oh, crap. No!
Not now.
Hold on. Do we have we should turn retry offset on. And so you see that the flying feline currently has 200 HP. That changes when you get a game over. If you have retry offset on. When you retry, the monster... Huh? Was I supposed to have saved my game? The monsters are supposed to get weaker. And we're back. Game saved. I could always just use an S-craft. Or a normal craft. Hey, you're not supposed to go for me. Only the enemies that targeted with my taunt are supposed to go for me. Why am I having such a bad time?
Not now.
It's odd. Anyway, retry offset makes it so when you retry a battle after losing horribly, the monsters get easier to defeat. It helps with grinding, it helps with beating a story fight without, for beating a story fight without grinding. It's just insanely helpful. Especially if you're playing a primarily story-driven game like this. I should start with having Estelle use morale. Ouchie, ouch! Ow. And ow. I wonder, will 2 retries do the trick? Last I checked, there wasn't a limit to the amount of retries you can do. Retry offsets you can do. And there we go. I'll just skip to when the battle is done. By the way, I should mention that this game has a built-in turbo button. I have it mapped to the Alt key. If you hold it down, the game goes faster. It's helping me grind my way past this fight. Alright, this last hit should do it. Nice. We got 35 EXP and leveled up from that. And from that chest fight, we got a topaz talisman. And the chest says, you open the empty chest. and stare inside. The chest stares back, accusingly. Alright, so what does the Topaz Talisman do? Well, it is an accessory. The wearer's attack and defense will become water-based. Earth-based. Whatever. I can't... I can read, I promise. So what that means is that if you equip this accessory to a character, their basic attack will gain an earth element to it. Essentially, it's weak to basically enemies that are weak to earth treat the attack as though they are weak to it, because it is an earth elemental attack. And vice versa applies for when they're resistant. I'm gonna equip this on Estelle, because yes. And are there any other chests around here? They're usually found on the sides. Oh, went the wrong way. Yeah. So all right. Now to go this way and open this chest. Found tear bomb. That's a good thing. I wasted all my tear bombs during that monster chest fight. The chest is empty. Aha, got you. No, you didn't. We did it. Other chests? Oh, there. We got another tear bomb. The chest is empty. Shocked. You know what? You're annoying. I'm out of here. Yeah. Wait, this is not the correct road. Oh, scared. All right. Wait, that's the way to the Purcell farm. Where do we go? God damn. All right, so still farther this way. The monster is here. It's right here. A large monster is prowling around. We shall exterminate it. Alright, so the first thing we should do is back up. You'll see why in a minute. Is back up. Not because they use arts. Arts have infinite range, so backing up in preparation for arts means nothing. Unless you're the target of one of the arts that may appear later in that we may encounter later in the game. Oh, haha. If there's one thing I love, it's stun locking the enemies via the soul blur spell. And make it so they can't do anything. Self-destruct. This monster self-destructs. If you're within range, you die. Anyway, we have now successfully exterminated monster on Milch Main Road. Are there any more chests around here? All right. No, 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 no. Go. No, let me away. No. Ow. Don't. You know, he was at 200 CP. I hate you so much. You stupid, stupid enemies. Anyway, I should probably revive him. He now no longer has 200 CP. Anyway, it doesn't look like there are any chests here. So, let's go report the results of our quest. Oh! Oh my god! This little munchkin! Oh. Anyway, I just have... Anyway, these creatures. These guys are the metal slimes of this game. They are called Shining Palms, and they can really only be taken down with S-crafts. Alright, now that we're back, let's go go report the results of our quest. Reported results for Milch Main Road Monster. Gain BP, rank advancement to Junior Bracer 8th class. Received information quartz as a perk. This quartz. This is a fantastic quartz. I love it. Good work. I love this quartz. This is a fantastic quartz. And I will show you why on the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.